Hey yo, what is up guys? Zanecraft here, back again with another one of these talk videos. I just really want to make this one. I've been kind of rehearsing it and everything, and when I'm eating, in the shower, and a lot of other ones, because it's a subject I really want to touch on, and it explains more on the fact of people dishing on Fortnite um, because of because of the mechanics of the game, and I'm gonna settle the argument with some simple, sort of like, why the fuck did I do that? Some simple sort of, like, what has to be put into a game like this, like people may say it's dying, but if you see number one trending for gaming, it is mainly Fortnite. Except for Flamingo, I don't fucking know why. Fortnite is the number one game that gets millions of views and gets on number one trending for gaming. But everyone is dishing on it, saying it's dying. It's known as the 9-year-old community and everything. And this light is a motherfucker, and I'll be right back. Fuck! I just kicked my donation bag. I'm currently moving a lot of shit. That's a little better. Okay, let's go. So, people are dishing on it because it's apparently known as the 9-year-old community. Nobody really plays it, but there is a lot of playing. And I'm here to settle the argument with the people who say 9-year-olds are super cringy because they play Fortnite. The stereotypical Fortnite shouldn't be a 9-year-old. It should be the people who don't understand how gaming works. Now, you may be asking, Zane, what are you saying about this? Like, you don't make sense. This doesn't mean anything. Like, what, they don't understand how the game works? Fortnite's easy. It's survival, you know. But, yeah, it of course is survival. What I'm trying to say is they do not understand, like, how they do their system. It's apparently that me and some other people get the catch and stuff, but some other people don't. So here's the thing. Let me start off. Every person who I am stereotyping is someone who wants all these big changes all at once. They want a slam bam of an update, and mainly, most importantly, the old map of Fortnite. Everybody apparently loves or hates it, and then, you know, like, for example, it's just like people were begging for a new map for months on end. And I mean, I guess Cypher PK explained it kind of good, but I like the Season X map. It was a great map. It updated all the time and stuff, but people just don't understand that these map changes only last for a season. Like, it is kind of a point to the story, but also bringing good content. Season X, you got bombarded with content every single week, giving you a new POI item and everything. It was perfect. But then Chapter 2 came, and they kind of slowed down. Season 2 came, and it kind of speeded up again, but not really so much content, and people were begging for the old map to return. So it's kind of a slippery slope. Everybody loves or hates the map. Personally, once again, I love the old map, like, and stuff. But I totally understand why Epic got rid of the old map. Like, people just don't understand that this just lasts for one season. 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 months. Yeah, June 4th. I'm still disappointed. Anyway, of content. Every week. Then either those map changes get updated or deleted in the next season. Let's say for season 8, for example. You got the volcano, the Pirate Cove place, still had Tilted, Retail Row, and what else? The Aztec place. So there wasn't really any much changes from season 8 to season 9, but season 9 brought the Pressure Plant, Mega Mall, Neo Tilted, and that's basically it. It was a big update though. It was pretty big. So just from that, like, it's a big update, even if it's 3 to 4 locations. So let's touch on the map being removed. So the whole map getting swallowed by the black hole, it's all a part of the story. The great story that came from season 3 to season 10. It was all about the Visitor and what their missions were to cure the map or possibly destroy it. It was never really a clear answer. The 7, the Visitor, the Scientist, and more importantly, that female skin that I don't remember for some reason, because when that came out, I was going to a birthday party. Nate, I'm looking at you. So I missed it for some time. I'll never get back. Like, it was the biggest event. Like, I knew something was gonna happen. And I said goodbye to my favorite location if it disappeared, Lonely Lodge. I said goodbye to it just in case, and I jinxed it, and now it's gone forever. So those people who love Lonely Lodge as much as me, don't blame me. I don't know, but there were. So, like I said, 3 to 4 map changes are big, right? It's a big update. But then you go to the storyline and end of season 10 leading into chapter 2. Why was that black hole there? To get us set up for the new changes. The new burst rifles, the new shotguns, the new sort of tone and animation and frames of the new game, and the different design of the RPG, the trash cans and everything. It was a whole big update that they did and then released it. Like, they have to make a whole new map. Now, here is why it's a slippery slope. They only live once. They only live once. Like, the people who are begging for the old map need to stop, because they don't understand what Epic Games goes through. Like, it's easy to come up with, like, I guess the concepts of the location and stuff. You know, like, what's it going to be called? Like, what does it do? For example, Slurpy Swamp has, obviously, slurp juice contaminated in the water, and you heal from that. And it's a good source to get shield, and that's why it's my new favorite location after Lonely Lodge died. Rest in peace. Then there's Frenzy Farm, where it's a farm. Nearby is the orchard, where you can get apples. And then there's hay bales you can hide in, just like the trash cans. But it's not so easy as, I got a map idea, boom, these are the concepts and everything, make it for me right away. No, it takes design and trust and, like, what is in that new location. Now, like, what gives like a new place a new flair, or fuck, what is so great about a new map is that you get new locations, you get to explore it. That's why all of them are question marks. So not only they bring new challenges to you, they also bring, like, new exploration and Easter eggs. For example, we got Fork Knife, the umbrella, a lot of other Easter eggs that Fortnite showed. Like, they showed it, and, like, they understood it and everything, like, all the memes and everything, and That's why they made those updates in those locations. Like I said, it's easy to make one location. 2, 3, 4. Four at best is probably the maximum they can do for a big update like a season change. Except for the end of the chapter change. The chapter change is the big one, where you have all the gun changes, new things like fishing and hiding in trash cans, and the new map. It takes 2 days when another change for the normal change for the map, 2 to 4 at best, takes around 4 hours or so. It takes I think it takes 5 hours. I don't know. I don't stay up normally during a downtime, but it takes not too long because there's many little ones. You get a new gun, maybe, a new season, which means they have to release the battle pass, and 2 to 3 new map changes, or 4, depends at best. And Epic puts their heart and soul into those crafts. Like when this new season comes out, then they start working on the next one, while also working on consistency of updates on this new season. Now, the people who think that they can just say something and Epic can snap their fingers and bring them back they are totally delusional. Because Epic cannot easily do that. It's a seasonal change. It's a seasonal or chapter at best. Here's another thing. The storyline. The storyline wrapped up with the 7 making a big rift that sucked in the meteor, then crashed into the 0 point, causing it to explode and create the black hole that should have happened if time didn't stop and revert back and make all these different changes. Why did the 7 make all those points on the map? To get more and more places for their followers to get set up. There were around 7 to 8, I'm pretty sure, locations that were 0 pointed. Or rift zones. And all those, I'm pretty sure, I didn't watch really much of the event since I was at a birthday party. But all of those places were follow-ups to the 7's plan, and then they all crashed, boom, 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 meteor, and then oh my god, I think I just realized the emotes, hand signals, I'm pretty sure represented the storyline and this whole time. Kind of funny when you think about it. But anyway, it's a whole seasonal change. They work so hard to end this storyline off with a bang. Literally, with a bang. And it worked. It worked so great. The end was amazing and everything. Once again, I didn't get to see it. I shouldn't be so salty about a birthday party, but the fact that those people didn't actually care about me, and also, I kind of was just there, and they all just kind of treated me like an outsider. Kind of just pissed me off, and I could have just watched that cool event. I should have. It would have been great, and I would have had a great time, but, since I'm the simp friend, I do anything for my homies, I just missed it. So, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked with my own personal stories, but they end up the story, and then they lead it into the new chapter, Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has this whole big map. People may love it or hate it, but it's the new map for the rest of the next seasons. I'm sorry, but you're going to have this map for another 10 seasons. Maybe even longer. The old map wasn't perfect. And that's something that people are trying to regulate. But the other ones are just saying, nah, man, the old map was perfect. This new map sucks. Howdy dowdy. But no, like, Fortnite's spark in everything is its storyline that it just wants to tell. Like, no Battle Royale game ever has had a cutscene, a concert, a cutscene, a concert, a live event, mainly even a storyline. So that is why it is literally the best game. It came up with all these new concepts that, oh mind you, that every other game is following now. Warzone, Apex, I don't know about H1Z1. Maybe PUBG even. Like, Fortnite changed the whole thing by adding in storyline to Season 3. It changed everything. Then these big crossovers, you get, like, small little ones, yeah, and, like, Call of Duty and maybe some other ones, like, you know, like Ninja got a little skin back in H1Z1. I only know that because I used to like him back in the day. Big mistake. But now, like, you got big idols like Travis Scott, Marshmello. Travis Scott, Marshmello, Ninja, Pokimane, whatever the, like, scenario guys. I forgot what their names are. You know, the Japanese men who dance. I really don't know their names, but you got all these big celebrities together in basically a big game. You got so much, like, potential, and you use it well, and you conserve and make a great game for people to watch, play, and more importantly, make money off of. Well, I want to say, or no, have fun. Like, I don't make money on Fortnite. I don't make money off of these videos. Obviously, I only have 180, but I'm still thankful for every single subscriber, and I do this for fun. But the people who are dishing on the game are honestly more cringier than the people who stereotype and call the people who play the games 9-year-olds. Like, honestly, if I can be honest, there are not so many 9-year-old players anymore. Like, you know, the game is obviously slowing down a little bit, but it's also peaking during quarantine, since nobody really has anything to do. Maybe they want to check it out again. Maybe they want to try it and they never have. And that's why, like, Fortnite is doing so well. Like, it's not bad. It's not a bad game. In fact, it has changed gaming forever. Without Fortnite, I don't know where we would have been. Like, it's just like one of those god tier games. Like, I saw this meme. I saw this sort of meme saying the Hall of Fame games, and then Fortnite came in, and, like, Minecraft and all those other games were like, nah, man, nah, you're not accepted here. We don't want you here, man. Like, you're not a good game. Like, you're not in the Hall of Fame. But Fortnite has definitely earned its spot. Like, it did live events, like I keep saying. Like, nobody will get over that. The first ever live event, the Rocket events. Oh, that was crazy. I really, really wanted to see that. I got this close, but I got logged in late. So, yeah, it's a good thing Epic is letting everybody know that now. But some other stuff, like freaking, there's a lot of good stuff they have done. The storyline, the live events, the gameplay, everything, how gaming works. So it has definitely reached its Hall of Fame. Is Minecraft better? In fact, honestly, I'm not sure. I love both games, but honestly, I would praise Fortnite higher. I know that might get some controversy. I understand. Don't unsubscribe. Let me explain. Minecraft is just a game. Like, a game for survival, obviously. You can play mini games and stuff, get texture packs, but not for everyone. And that's the point of why I haven't been playing it. like, obviously I'm working on the Purple Nightmares, and I can't seem to get Xbox Live right now because I'm working for it. Personal issues. There is a whole bunch of stuff, so whole new content that has been coming in the Nether update. But the problem is it's only for PC. And I really don't know how to get it on my console. Possibly download it or stuff through a USB or something, but that's the point. Like, Microsoft are just cheap bastards. Just like Microsoft are just doing it for the money. Like, my friend Michael had this cool Shrek texture pack he found online, downloaded through a USB, and did it through his Xbox. Then he revealed to me that he can't use it anymore because now they're charging $3 per USB. $3! Like, that may not seem like a lot, but just for something as simple as this is used for my mouse, but something as simple as this, and they charge you $3 to access it, is just absurd. And, like, obviously Xbox Live and everything is not the best, but Fortnite, for example, lets you have that content either way. Like, if you have a PC, console, mobile for even, nothing changes really. You can still see those live events, concerts, and be a part of the storyline that is coming forward. Well, with Minecraft, Microsoft, and so many other things, like even PC, you gotta pay like around $19 to $26 to play on a PC. You gotta pay $6. Pay $6 to play on mobile. You gotta pay money to get Xbox Live to play that online play. Well, Fortnite, it's free except for Xbox. And I'm going to do a whole thing touching on Xbox and everything, Microsoft, and how big of them are frauds. But this is a Fortnite video. So, people, please, if you play the game, do not bombard Epic with this whole thing of bring back the old map. Because they're working hard on Chapter 2. And they can't just snap their fingers and bring that out like that. They can't bring out a whole new version of the old map without some serious events, because they put it in force their storyline. And that storyline is so perfect, they can't trash it by changing up everything. So everyone asking for the old map is just, they don't understand what Epic has to go through. In fact, there are some actually really good players out there finally understanding like what Epic is doing. Even like people who are dishing them during these tough times, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, Epic is actually working at their homes, working to come up with new and creative updates. Yeah, they're short in a little bit, but they don't have their whole studio. Like, it may be a video game, and you think they can, like, bring it out, like, like, it's so easy, I can do it from my computer. No, they have, like, big computers and minds and everything to come up with these good ideas. Now, I'm just going to touch on something. This is going to be a little bit of another part of what makes this community so toxic. And this is what I'm talking about. Just 24 minutes of the whole map, but this is going to be a whole other thing about everything. So, let's talk about items and changes. Once again, people think that Epic can snap their fingers and everything can be done. But the thing that they do is they test. Yes, that is right. They test. Now, why has nobody catched on to this? People who hated the mechs, the infinity blade, the cannons, the wind tunnels, and everything. I don't think anyone liked I don't think anybody hated on the wind tunnels and the cannons, except for 12-year-old me, who was dying all the time and didn't really, I don't know, wasn't having fun. But there were so many different changes that they enforce. Like the mechs, obviously, it is such a controversial topic. The pro players say the noobs want it back. The noobs say or I don't know. The pro players say the noobs want the mechs, the Infinity Blades, maybe planes back, and they wouldn't be wrong. They really helped people win, and that's the thing. Fortnite tests like how it works. How is the popularity? The second I saw the mechs, I knew they were gonna be a good item. And I was in fact right. The mechs were amazing, honestly. Like, they weren't as bad as people thought. Like, sure, they were a little overpowered, but they gave you good mats. They were a good sort of bounce back item. Like, let's say you're just kind of sweating, but you get sniped. You don't have any shields or anything. You throw on the shield in your mech, and you bounce away. That is a perfect scenario to use it. The rockets and stomps? I guess so. I guess that is kind of a reason to hate on it. But Fortnite tests its items. Let's go back for Season 5 example. Season 5 was probably one of the biggest mobile changes for, mobility. You can drive in golf carts and shopping carts. You can go through rifts that bring you high in the sky. And just, like, so much more. Like, there were 2 mobile changes, but they were major. And here's the thing. How long did those last? A couple of seasons. The golf carts lasted until season 7. The rifts lasted until season 8. What happened after season 7 with the rifts that brought into season 8? Well, of course, it's the wind tunnels. Or not the wind tunnels. It's the wind geysers. The geysers that brought you high in the sky. Somewhere around max height, just like the rifts. And they worked. People loved and enjoyed them. Like, Epic does a thing. They bring out an item. They see how good the popularity is. They test it. Maybe make some changes to it. Then they bring a new one in the new season. Let's say, for example, like I said, Rifts. Rifts lasted from Season 5 to Season 7. Around 2 seasons. Came from it, the Wind Geysers. The Wind Geysers lasted until Season 8. Not Season 8, until Season 10. So, Season 10 brought the whole changes of, like, everything, but Season 9, they tried another thing, the wind tunnels. And they were massive mobile changes. They were amazing at mobility. I didn't play during that time because obviously I'm a whiny bitch. But like, seriously, it was such a great mobility. They took it away in Season 10, however, to try, like, new mobility changes. Like, obviously there wasn't too big mobility in Season 10. The only ones that were there are drift boards, mechs, and that's it. The quad crashers, ballers. Oh, and ballers too. Ballers lasted from Season 8 to Season 9, technically Season 10. Ballers, quad crashers, golf carts, rifts, everything were kind of vaulted, except for the ones scattered across the map. They brought rifts back a little bit for those challenges and storyline. Now, let's say beginning of Chapter 2, for example. There's not great mobility, right? Like, but they're still testing. It's a testing phase. You see, Fortnite Battle Royale is a testing ground. They test their items, they see their popularity, they see if people like them or not, and then they see, like, based on themselves, if they want to make changes to it or not. And season 1 of chapter 2 brought maybe some low mobility. Like, you know, you got the boats. Yeah, sure. Like, okay, bro. Okay, like boats. Yeah, cool. But like, where's like all the other vehicles? And they understand that. People that say Epic does not communicate well is just doesn't understand. Epic tests, they see the feedback, then they bring something new. The removal of launch pads in the beginning of chapter 2 was probably the biggest mistake, pro player wise and normal player wise. That means the only way to get around the map is running, walking, or boating. So they brought them back at the end of the season. Then season 2 came out and it brought helicopters. And they made these helicopters perfect. No pro player, and well, maybe some, has complained about them. Literally, they do damage to nothing. They do like 50 to 100 damage most when you hit a player with a boost. Those players can easily get away, and the helicopter would have kind of drifted to the side and then explode. But now they nerfed them again and they explode like that. And it kind of made me mad. Like, obviously, like, they're so weak. They don't have any weapons on it. But it's the perfect thing for pro play. The only thing is pro play. Every pro player wants these changes. More mobility, the old map back, and more importantly, good items. Like, the helicopter is perfect. I am so glad not really anybody complained about it. Like, if somebody said, oh, it's overpowered and shit, I would say, shut the fuck up, go get a binky, and go crawl into a crib. Because that is what a baby would say. Literally, it does barely anything. So just everything is just, like, sort of justified by pro play. Like, obviously, people think that, oh, Epic just listens to Ninja and Cypher PK and all those other people. But they really don't. It's a testing ground. But if they get massive, like, people saying these things, it reinforces that to bring it out faster. The nerf of the heavy sniper, the change to risky reels, the change to aim assist, which wasn't great on console, didn't do much. But then on PC, 240 frames per second or hertz is massive, and it's controller, quote-unquote, spammers were like the whole rage. Everybody switched from console to PC, but didn't move out their controllers. So we have all these, like, I'd say 13 to 18-year-olds who switched from console to PC, but not dropping out the controller. That's massive, though. And controller spammers were everywhere. And to be honest, I thought, yeah, controller spammers, I'm on controller. Like, well, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, nah. But it was really true. I didn't really understand it, but PC, that makes sense. It was on PC, but it was just, they didn't really understand. But then when Cypher PK came out with his amazing videos, a link to his channel will be in the description. He still does them today. He clearly communicates with all the issues. And then Epic, using this as a testing ground, finally brings out some changes and understanding. Like, the biggest thing was lack of communication. The beginning of Season 2, there were no patch notes. There are still no patch notes. But the thing is, creators. Creators have an influence. So, creators have a following of Fortnite players. That's what they do. They're Fortnite pro or player. They have the influence. They can bring out the updates. Like, they say, hey, this is what changed. And that's why Epic is only limiting it to content creators. So, yeah, Fortnite isn't perfect. And I wouldn't even say it's, like, terrible. like the people who are dishing on it all over all over social media to just really stop and understand like what Epic is going through, especially during these tough times. They try and bring us happiness and like cool new updates and a new take on the battle royale era once again 2 years later after its whole story started. Like for example, the change, like for example, the Travis Scott concert, like they worked that out. Like they made that the best event in history. We watched that together. It was great. And yet again, some people were kind of dishing on it because it didn't bring them back to their quote unquote perfect map. Like there were just changes and stuff in like the sicko mode and like Fortnite um, loading screens, and I still have to theorize about that. Like the old map just coming back was just representing like the whole like sicko mode concept of Astro Jack. Like it just showed all the islands we had so far, including some other ones. And then in the loading screen, there's obviously some big changes to the map, and this is obviously most definitely probably going to happen in season 3. So, yeah. There is just so much difference. Like, there's just so much people don't understand about what Epic Games goes through to make a great creation like Fortnite. Like, there's so many things that happen. The process that goes into making a great game like Fortnite. So, to everyone playing out there, I hope for these 40 minutes, it should have been less because I was just talking about my own personal bullshit, but for all those people watching and they play the game and they are doing these comments like bring back the old map. You suck. This is terrible. These updates suck. And everything. Like, just dishing on the game, but also playing it at the same time and just hoping that something would happen. Just stop. Stop for a second and think. Like, you are not in the wrong. Obviously, once again, it's not a perfect game, but you have to think the story and what Epic is doing, putting into this craft. Just everything that's going on. Epic is putting their heart and soul into this craft that is Fortnite. But they can't do that if they have the community dishing on them. And maybe the community feels it, but they expect something to happen like that. And if you are one of those people, you need to stop. Because this hate could probably... It probably does it. They probably ignore it, but this whole bombardmentship of bringing back the old map and everything, spamming it, everything, like begging for a new map for months, but then bringing out a new map and then everybody dishes on it. The changes is heavy sniper, people loving and hating it, even though they beg for it for months. It just shouldn't happen. The one times, the one patch notes, the one updates that happen every so often, every week. They bring you this, and then it just ends in complaining. You see, what brought Fortnite, it was spark, was the community. The community fueled everything. People trolling with defaults. People, like, just having fun. But then you have people who dish on the game and just don't understand. That is a terrible community. A good community would be the fact that they realize what Epic's going through. They enjoy the events without, like, wanting this whole old map thing back. And it's just an eye roll. But they have a good community. Like, they talk normal and everything. They're just normal people. They don't just, like, they don't talk bad. They don't talk good. They talk opinions that are perfect. Instead of just going off of opinions saying Fortnite's dying, Fortnite needs to bring the old map back, and all this other shit, blah, 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 blah. But when we should all be coming together and realize what Epic is doing, putting their heart and soul into its craft, known as Fortnite Battle Royale. Fortnite didn't really get its spark until Battle Royale. Back in 2011, they were only in the early stages of the Save the World, and it was a cool concept, but it wasn't wrapping any heads. Like, you know, you build a base and everything, cool. You fight zombies with guns, cool. You build the guns, amazing. But it was just not really popular. Then 2017 came, their kind of final version called Save the World came out. You know, you got Muselk and some other YouTubers playing it a little bit. But then the skyrocket of popularity happened in 2017 again when they released Battle Royale. Like, they start coming up with seasons, battle passes. Well, maybe not the last one. I think it was in PUBG. But they start coming up with seasons, and I don't know. They come up with new map changes, live events, concerts, storylines, everything. We gotta come together as a good community, not being stereotyped for just those whiny 9-year-olds. Like, everyone out there is probably at least the age of 9 to 20. It makes sense. But those other people who are whining are the people who are at least like 13 to 18, which they shouldn't be whining because they should understand what Epic goes through. And just like those quote-unquote cringy 9-year-olds, all they're doing is having fun in the game. Sure, they may not know Travis Scott or Marshmello, but they're not going out like, why is that guy cosplaying Marshmello from Fortnite? It's not like that. It's like this. You know, they maybe know or don't know the fucking... I got a ton of notifications from Google Hangouts. They know or they don't know, like, the creator. Then they see him, they understand, like, they're a cool creator in real life. They see the event, they have fun, and then maybe they're a new fan. That's what the goal is for these events. Like Travis Scott, 1,000% people know him. 1,000 fucking percent. Like, remember the whole cringy SpongeBob meme and everything? That blew out of proportion in 2018 or 19 because of social media. And if these quote-unquote 9-year-olds, I keep doing those quote-unquote, if the 9-year-olds play Fortnite, they obviously know social media. So they're going to see that. Then they like SpongeBob, and they're like, oh, SpongeBob. But then they're like, who's this guy who is kind of ruining it? And I'm still never going to get over that. I still kind of enjoyed that. Like, it was a whole petition. They got it signed and then freaking bombarded by Travis Scott. Like, sure, it was cool, but, like, the funniest part is when they bleeped out the swear words live at the Super Bowl, but then all those kids in the live audience, like, have to hear, like, all the cuss words, and it was funny, and probably the Karens are like, how dare you swear on the Super Bowl? But it's just, like, the stereotype isn't factual. They don't think and know that they're from Fortnite. They know and think that they're from outside of the world. Once again, maybe they're familiar, maybe they're not. But they see it, they like it, and then they go and subscribe to Travis Scott or listen to his music. Now, it's just a whole big thing. Like, Marshmello, Travis Scott, Ninja, Pokimane, all of these people are knowable. They're knowable. Like, people know him. Major Lazer? Yeah, I guess I knew him off of Fortnite. But, like, after his music, like, after he brought the music, tracks to Fortnite, I actually really liked his remixes. I really liked it. Listened to it a few times, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. Just like the whole thing with stereotyping these quote-unquote 9-year-olds, it should stop. Like, they may not play the game, they may not understand, but you have to get the fact that this isn't what our games community is like. Like, just because of all this whining, and I guess kids do play Fortnite and everything, but just because of all this whining and crying and everything about the whole map changes, Travis Scott concert, Marshmallow concert, everything, I think is putting a bad reputation on the community. So, everyone out there, if you play the game, if you talk bad, just stop and understand what Epic goes through to make a good game. A good game. Now, have you thought about it? Okay, good. So, they make a good game. Now, what do they have to do to make a good game? Like, you thought, yeah, they made a good game. It's revolutionary. But what do they have to do to consist that? They gotta work their asses off with these good storylines, testing grounds, and changes. So, everyone out there, please understand this. Share this with a friend that plays Fortnite. Share this with a friend. If you play Fortnite, if your friends play Fortnite, hell, even if your grandma plays Fortnite, and it's very popular on TikTok. But if anyone you know plays Fortnite, share this video with them and try to convey my message to others. So, the point of this whole story is to get in our heads that our community is being dished on and we need to stop all this whining. Like, it's been called the 9-year-old community for years now, but it's only because of our whining, I think. But then also the fact that people are just bombarding Epic with all these changes, but they're working their asses off for cool collaborations and changes. They can't snap their fingers, but they can listen. Like, the people who say Epic aren't listening just clearly don't know what they have to go through. They're very, very busy. And that's why people think they're 9-year-olds, because they don't understand. But really, in reality, they're probably very respected teenagers to adults. So, share this with a friend. Try to convey your message and understand what the people at Epic Games side are going through right now during these tough times. Like, every single business is affected. Every single. Even the games, even the TV shows. Like there's a lot of shows that I really respect. Flash, Riverdale, what else? The Flash, Riverdale, Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites, I don't know. But the ones that are there, Riverdale and The Flash, had to cut and end early because of the coronavirus. And it's just like they cut and end early because of the coronavirus. But then, like, when you think about it, like, aren't TV shows filmed right there? Like, they're filmed all the episodes, then they release them. It still could be that way. I don't know how it works, but I think it's the editors. The editors have to get in place for like a couple of months to a day or maybe stuff, because big productions like that have to go through a lot of editing. Both The Flash and Riverdale, conveniently, both ended on 19 episodes, leaving 2 to 3 left. The Flash was supposed to have 22 episodes. Riverdale was supposed to have 22 episodes. Very convenient, honestly, in my opinion. One of my 2 favorite shows. Maybe not Riverdale too much, but like the first few seasons, whoo-wee. Yeah, those were lit. But the point is that Epic can't make these changes just like that. Like, the big changes people want. But they can maybe talk about it and stuff. Maybe not, because it would just dish out the whole spoilers for the story. And then maybe, maybe, just cross your fingers for yourself. If you want this, they'll bring a new map. Maybe as small, Because the whole thing is that, like, the whole new map is too big. Maybe small as the old map. Probably maybe some same or different locations like the new map. And, you know, the nostalgia of the old map convening into the new Chapter 3 map. So, this is my message to the community. Please, 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 please stop doing this. Because it's just getting annoying. It's giving us a bad image. It's ruining the game for everyone when you just look to the core and dish out and everything. Like, at everything people are doing. Like, you have to understand what Epic has to go through. What every company has to go through. And sure, there will always be haters, but there shouldn't be that play the game. The people who want all these big changes to the story, the map, and everything. And then, when they don't get their way, they just whine about it. And they say, Epic is not listening. Epic doesn't do anything for us. But they can't snap their fingers like Thanos. I can't count how many times I snap my fingers. They can't snap their fingers like Thanos, okay? So, please understand this. Send this to Cypher PK, anyone who plays Fortnite, anyone at all who is dishing on the game and giving it a bad image. Send this to somebody to convey my message. I keep saying convene. I don't fucking. To convey my message to them and why you need to stop. So, anyway, what have we learned from this? We should stop dishing on Epic. I'm really bad at making long videos. I need to start scripting more. And this is my longest video of 2020 and probably beyond that. But anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching this. If you made it all the way, I support you. You know, bro fister stuff if you're into that. And once again, convey my message to anyone you know who plays the game, anyone you know who's dishing on it, and just explain why it's a good game and why people need to stop doing that. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for 183. We're climbing the numbers, and I bet my ass we're going to get to 200 by the end of this year. But it's only going to be help to the community like you. So, please understand my message. Don't get offended like a Karen would. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I keep doing the spin. I'm like Michael, like ding, 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 bing, blah. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. And peace out.